If you want to learn the easy way to cut A-line skirts accurately, this video is for you. So I'm starting by marking my top line, which is also my waistline or my starting point. Okay, I'm using my 2 inches ruler to mark. So I marked my starting point. Then the next line that I'm going to rule is my hip line. You can measure your client's hip line, or you can use the standard measurement, which is 9 inches, and that is what I'm using. So I'll mark my 9 inches. I'm marking my 9 inches. After that, I'll mark my length. I'm using 23 as my skirt line, my skirt length. Okay, so I'm marking my 23 inches right now. After that, I rule my hip line, then my skirt length. Okay, my hip line, then my skirt length. Okay, then after that, I'm going to label them: waistline, hip line, then skirt length, so that it will not confuse me. So after I labeled them, I'm going to enter my waist measurement, which I got from dividing my round waist measurement or my waist circumference by 4. Okay, my waist circumference is 36. If you divide 36 by 4, it's going to give you 9 inches. So 9 inches is my waist. I have marked it. Then my hip is 44 divided by 4, which will give me 11. So I'm going to mark it on the hip line. Then after that, I'm going to add 4 inches on the measurement I got from dividing hip 44 by 4, which is, if I add 4 to 11, is going to give me 15 inches. That's what I will use as my A-line shape, right? That's the 15 is going to give me the A-line shape that I want. The 15 is not standard. Okay, you can add 6 inches to your hip line, you can add 8 inches depending on how wide you want your A-line skirts to be, right? After that, I connect my skirt length, my skirt line, my hip point, then my waist, just the way I did. You are seeing me doing it, right? Then after that, the next thing that I'm going to do is from this waistline, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inch, because I need my skirts to be rounded, okay, at the waistline. If I sew the skirt now, it's going to give me shape, just like the picture I put on the screen. It's going to be rounded like that. So you're going to use your curved ruler to round it, just like you saw me did, right? Yeah. After that, this 1.5 inches that you minus on your waistline, you are going to put it back on your length. So you are going to put it back to your length, just like I did. Okay, because if you don't, it's going to shorten the length of your skirt. Then you connect it back to the previous line, just like I did, right? Then after that, the next thing you are going to do is to come up by 3 inches, just like I did, and use your curved ruler and curve it the way you are seeing me doing. You know why? Because the length of your skirt, the down of your skirt or edge of your skirt is rounded, so that if you finish sewing the skirt now, it's going to round just like the one on the screen. Okay, after that, you can decide to add your sewing allowance on the paper or on your fabric. Okay, I'm adding only 1 inch sewing allowance. You can add 1.5, but I just want my own 1 inch, and because I just want it to sit on my hip. Then from hip, it can now give me that A-line shape. You can decide to make your own free on the hip line. Okay, after that, you are going to curve it back to that your 1 inch allowance. Okay, because the back, I want the curve to start there. That's where it should start. Okay, you should use your curve ruler and curve it back there. So I think we are done. This is basically how to cut your A-line skirt. Very easy, very simple, and it's going to give you accurate results. So after that, you are going to cut out. Okay, we are going to use the same pattern to place on another paper to cut the back pattern. Very simple. Okay, the only difference is that we are going to add zipper allowance on the back pattern. Right, that's the only difference between the back and the front here. But if you decide to add your zip at the side, of your skirt, you don't need to add zipper allowance. You can just go on and cut exactly. So this is where I'm trying to add my zipper allowance, just 1 inch. Okay, you add your zipper allowance 1 inch and cut your back just as you are seeing me doing it. You cut the exact shape. The only difference is the zipper allowance you added at the center front. So I have cut out my back pattern. So this is my back pattern and my front pattern together. Okay, you can decide to label them so that you will not make mistake when cutting on your fabric. Okay, this is my A-line pattern, the back and the front. Remember that if you want to cut it on your fabric, you can only fold the front. Yeah, the front will be on fold, then the back you can decide cut the back one. The back will be 2 pieces while the front will be 1 piece. All right, thank you guys for watching. Bye.